Your Health is brought to you by If Your Mouth Could Talk by Dr. Kami Haas, an in-depth guide to oral health and its impact on your entire life. Available at themouthbook.com.
Welcome to Your Health, where we explore the latest in health across the country. I'm Erica Cardenas. Today we're talking National Donate Life Month here at the Donor Network of Arizona. But before we get started, let's take a look at what's coming up on the show. We learn how to become a donor and save a life, and getting back on your feet at Opelousas General. Plus, we head to Mexico to visit a recovery center helping those with addiction. All that and more in this episode of Your Health. During National Donate Life Month, we wanted to talk about the need for donations, so we're here at the Donor Network of Arizona. Joining me now is Nico Santos to tell us more. Thanks so much for being with us, Nico.
Of course, thank you for coming. You're actually in our new location in Tempe, so it's an honor.
So first off, what is the Donor Network of Arizona? What do you do here?
So Donor Network of Arizona is the state's federally designated nonprofit organ procurement organization. So a lot of fancy words there that really mean that we work with the families of people who have recently passed away and have the potential to donate to save lives. And we do that in the entire state of Arizona.
Now, let's touch on organ, eye, and tissue donation. What is that?
One person really can do so much more than just organ donation. One person also could be a tissue donor to offer healing to up to 75 more people. And so something like heart valves, for example, which typically goes to pediatric patients to save their lives. When we say eye donation, that's typically corneas, which helps with people who have corneal blindness to restore their vision.
So, Nico, how can someone register to become a donor?
Well, that's the easiest part. Most people, when they think of organ donation, they probably think of the donor heart insignia on someone's ID. If you're getting a state ID or a driver's license or renewing it, you have the option to check that box, say yes. So we invite people to not wait until they have to renew. DonateLifeAZ.org is exactly the same registry and it takes 38 seconds. We did the math.
38 seconds, okay. So tell us, why is it so important to become a donor?
There's 106,000 people on the national organ waiting list. And if you're on the national organ waiting list, you're either very near or in organ failure, and really your only option to extend your life is through the generosity of someone else who says, yes, I want to save your life. We bring it more locally. Arizona, there's about 1,600 people. About 80-something% of them are in need of a kidney. When you go even more granular, that a lot of that list are people in multicultural communities. So roughly 30% is Hispanic or Latino. Roughly 11 to 12% are Black or African American. So the question is, why is it important to say yes? Because one person can save 8 lives, one person can heal 75 more, restore vision for 2, and really just offer hope to these people who are just waiting. So
what is the most common misconception about becoming a donor?
There are a lot of them. The most common one that we hear is people fear that their lack of care in an emergency situation would be maybe less. For lack of a better words, people think that doctors are going to let them die if they're registered as an organ donor. That is absolutely not true. Medical professionals have to take an oath, and their duty is to the patient in front of them. It's only when every single life-saving effort has been exhausted and has still failed that the conversation of organ donation and sharing life with other people even becomes a possibility.
So what feedback do you get from donor families for, playing a part in saving lives?
Donor families are profoundly impacted. Naturally, grief is a huge element when we're talking about deceased donation. They miss their loved one. There is an empty chair at the dinner table for holidays. And we don't take that lightly. But practically any donor family I've ever met has always said that there is healing, and it's a two-way street kind of. They're saving lives through the donation, but then the donor family gets this sense of pride, or there was purpose in this, right? Someone can pass away in the end, or someone can pass away and their legacy continues through others.
Absolutely. Nico, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you for this great information. If you'd like to learn more about how to become a donor, just head over to their website. We traveled to Mexico to see how Baja Rehab is using a comprehensive program that uses holistic treatment for those suffering from addiction.
Baja Rehab is a high-end drug and alcohol treatment center. in Puerto Nuevo, Mexico. We specialize in drug addiction and dual diagnosis. We're full medical detox, and we're a 60-day inpatient program. We really focus solely on drug addiction and alcoholism, and we understand there's complications with that. There can be, if somebody's using methamphetamine for a long time, they could appear to be schizophrenic. But what we found is if you take away the meth, we get them sober, we get them reassessed by a psychologist and a psychiatrist, maybe get them on a stable set of medication, that all the other outside issues, the schizophrenia goes away, and then we're just dealing with the substance abuse issue.
What got me here was, just hurting my family for years and years of dabbling around with, drugs and smoking weed through high school, stuff like that. Then started dabbling with like coke, a little after high school, like parties or whatever. And then lately I just got addicted to opiate pills, pain pills, and became physically dependent on it, just sick. I just keep taking steps backwards, and hurting my family, and it's time to just fully put in the work to get clean.
Baja Rehab is $5,000 a month, and our program is 2 months. And that includes full medical detox. The difference between Baja Rehab and rehab in the United States is that here in Mexico, the family member can have direct conservatorship over their loved one's care, which means that the family member, basically the addicted person, cannot check out until their family and our treatment team says so.
For anyone struggling that has gone through things, I have put my family through so much. And I've kept a great job for so long, I just can't get away from the devil, which is these drugs. And I'm done disappointing my family, I'm done hurting my business. And I have strong faith that this is the place that's gonna make me forever, take me away from that lifestyle forever,
I would say in everyone's heart, they want to be sober, they want to function normally, they want to have this connection with society and the people, and it's taken from them. It's taken from them through addiction, and they need somebody to step in and help them. And that's what we provide.
Here at the Donor Network of Arizona's new facility, they took care in the design. They incorporated a wall in the lobby that highlights words associated with donation like life, love, connection, and hope, and the skylights let in natural light for the plant walls. Stick around, there's more to come on Your Health. We show you how doctors are helping people get back on their feet after an accident or illness. For 25 years, the Super Dentist has been a leader in pediatric dentistry, and now their co-founder has written a book that educates us about the connection between oral health and whole body health.
So I became a dentist because I just love science and I love art. I have a music background, so I wanted to do something that I can use the hand dexterity that I've developed, through my musical training. We've had a practice in San Diego for 25 years. It's called the Super Dentist, and we're by far the largest group pediatric dental practice in San Diego with locations all over the county. We have a group practice with world-class pediatric dentists, orthodontists, general dentists, and other specialists, all working alongside each other. For over 2 decades, I've had parents ask me the same questions on a daily basis, right? Hey doctor, isn't my child too young? Or isn't that just a cavity? Or isn't that just a baby tooth? And so some of these questions required that I wanted to sit down and explain things a lot more. But usually in a dental setting, we don't have that much time to explain things, for a long time. And so I decided to put all of this information in one place. I wrote a book. Title of it is If Your Mouth Could Talk. Because if your mouth could talk, it would tell you about the condition of your entire life. This book is not about brushing and flossing, nor is it about all those general things that you can learn at your dentist's office. This book is about a health crisis affecting 3.5 billion people almost half of the population of the world. And it's not COVID, it's dental diseases. Right now, the oral care marketplace is a mess. You get a random toothpaste from this company, a random mouthwash from this one, and the toothbrush from Amazon, right? And so we decided to organize this and launch a new company called Supermouth, which is a subscription model of oral care. These products that we've developed follow the 5 rules in our company. S-U-P-E-R, super. S for safety. All the oral care products that you want to put in your mouth and the mouths of your kids, of course, have to be safe, right? U is for unified. The oral care products that we have, they all work together as a system. P is for playfulness. We want the kids to grow up loving taking care of their mouth and build positive associations with their oral care. E is for effectiveness. Obviously, we want to make sure that they work, right? And R is for reputable. Right now, you get your information from Google or from Amazon or random person on social media. But we want to be the trusted advisor for parents. And so we want to be proactively educating parents, providing the tools and the oral care products to make sure they can raise healthier, happier, more successful kids. The education piece is a key piece in our company. We want to make sure that we educate parents, because if you're educated as a parent, you're going to do the right things. And so my book, If Your Mouth Could Talk, one of the most important reasons why I wrote it is to make sure that I provide that education to the parents so they know what to look for and they can not only be healthier themselves, but they can provide their children with brighter and happier futures. People can find my book, If Your Mouth Could Talk, on their favorite bookstore, or they can go to my website, themouthbook.com, and purchase the book there, and also get some special gifts to go along with the book.
After an illness or accident, getting back to your life can be difficult. The doctors at Opelousas General's Rehabilitation Center have a multidisciplinary approach to assist in your recovery.
What a patient can expect when they come onto the inpatient rehab unit is to be involved in an interdisciplinary team of professionals and wonderful caring people here on our Opelousas General Rehab Unit. We have physical therapy, which is going to help them with motion. We have occupational therapy, which is going to help them with what we call our activities of daily living, or our ADLs, which are the things we all need to do when we get up every morning. Washing our face, brushing our teeth. Some have to brush their hair, others are more lucky.
Patients qualify for inpatient rehabilitation because they have a significant functional deficit. And that's what makes them available to come over here or qualify to be admitted. The holistic approach that we use to treat our patients here include a whole team of persons attending to the patient's need and reassessing it on a daily basis, almost on an hourly basis. Inpatient rehabilitation benefits the patient by providing them the ability to return back to their functional level or better than they were before whatever happened brought them here. Our goal is to make the patient as functional as we can and to bring him back to his baseline before whatever brought him here was, or even better. And we do that by approaching all of his or her medical problems and physical problems.
Everybody that comes up on rehab has had something taken away from them. I always say that they've had something they never thought would happen to them, and it's already happened. Whether it's a stroke, or whether it's an amputation, or whether they've fallen and broken a hip, and they've had their autonomy and their ability to do for themselves taken away. And we are blessed to be able to help them on the beginning of this journey, them and their families, back to their independence.
The treatment modalities for inpatient rehabilitation are global. They include physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, nutritional support, and of course medication. The conditions that respond excellently well for inpatient rehabilitation are mainly strokes, because they do give you a lot of deficits, followed by complete hip replacements and knee replacements. But also other conditions such as being debilitated and weak from an extended hospital stay due to a catastrophic infection.
Dr. Alamani and I try to not be doctors, but be healers, because that takes everything. And thankfully, we have such a great team that we're all able to help them on their emotional journey, getting through this, as well as on their spiritual journey, getting through this. And not only get better, but see better. See that they have a future where they will be able to do for themselves again.
Currently Currently in the U.S., there are more than 170 million people registered to be organ, eye, and tissue donors. If you'd like to become a donor, just head over to registerme.org. Here's what's coming up on the show. Senior living and individualized care all in one place. Many people are experiencing long-haul syndrome after suffering from COVID, and at True Health, they're helping these patients regain their health, one breath at a time.
If you or your loved one are struggling with chronic lung conditions from post-COVID residual breathing problems, you may be a great candidate for our lung rejuvenation therapy. A lot of our patients who come to see us have COPD, they have emphysema, they have asthma, they have these chronic lung issues. As you know, with any type of chronic lung condition, it only gets worse with time, and we know that. And over time, the function of the lungs will decrease with about a 1% per month if we don't do anything about this. So anyone who is suffering with this, who are on medications, they're on inhalers, they're even on oxygen, what we want to do is stop the damage and allow the body to heal and regenerate. So currently what we're able to do is actually harvest these naturally healing cells in our body. In doing so, we're able to stop the damage from getting worse, so we can overcome the trouble breathing, the need for oxygen, and all these medications that keep piling up, and reverse these symptoms that these patients are struggling with post-COVID. So currently, patients that have chronic lung conditions, all they have is medications, steroids, and then when that doesn't work, they have to use oxygen. And then when that fails, well, then there is physical therapy for lungs. And when that fails, unfortunately, if there is a part of the lung that is so severely damaged, they have to have surgery to get rid of that part. So that's all that's available. It's medications, it's masking the symptoms. There is nothing out there that is designed to repair the body and allow it to heal. Left untreated, we know that lung condition will just continue to decline the lung function over time. Post this therapy, what we're able to see is that patients will actually have an improved lung function with time. So the remarkable part about this therapy is that we have seen patients who have seen an improvement as soon as 1 week. The soonest and the fastest results that one of our patients experienced was actually immediately after the procedure. So they were able to have improved energy, they no longer needed their inhaler, and again, when we checked up on them a week later, they no longer needed their oxygen, they had more energy. It can happen that fast. The procedure is a simple outpatient procedure. Our patients are completely awake for the whole procedure and are able to come and receive the therapy and go home within a few hours. So if you are somebody who suffers with chronic lung conditions, who have had COVID, and now your lung condition has become significantly worsened, and now you're dealing with these residual breathing problems, we really want to see you, and we're able to offer you this free screening where it'll tell us exactly how progressed this damage is and whether we can help you or not. So if you are someone who is struggling with this, please give us a call. We can help you. All you have to do, give us a call.
Don't go anywhere, we have more Your Health on the way. We visit Avenir Senior Living to see all they have to offer their residents.
Your Health is brought to you by If Your Mouth Could Talk by Dr. Kami Haas, an in-depth guide to oral health and its impact on your entire life. Available at themouthbook.com.
Finding a place for our loved ones to live as they age can be difficult, but at Avenir Senior Living, they're setting the bar when it comes to individualized care.
The origins of Avenir Senior Living really start from a family-based business. The company was founded by David and Violet Craik, and they started this company through their own personal experience. They had a loved one that was in a senior living community that they were not super satisfied with, and decided, because of their background in construction and design, that they felt that they could create a retirement community, a memory care community that was really deserving for their loved one. So what makes Avenir Senior Living very different from all the other companies in the senior living industry is we are a smaller boutique style company. Being a boutique style community or a boutique style management company allows us to really work closely with not only our management team and staff, but also our families and our resident families as well. Our resident really is our customer, but our customers really start with our family connections. So we work closely with our families to help support them with resources and education, because a lot of our families are coming into this situation without a very good knowledge of dementia. So we utilize our expertise and our contacts and resources in the healthcare industry to help these families navigate this journey. Some of our programs that make us very different from our other competitors is our cognitive lifestyle program. This is a program that's unique to Avenir Senior Living. And what it is that we assess our residents and we align them with other residents in our communities through their cognitive levels. So in our communities, we have an early cognition community neighborhood, an intermediate and advanced neighborhood. And what this does, this allows us to have our residents living with peers who have the same abilities and likes, and this allows us to then set up successful days through activities and socialization, which really helps to enhance their enjoyment of their day. A typical resident day here really will start with a nutritious meal. So our chefs are all our employees who work with registered dietitians to make sure that our meals and our menus offer a wide variety of nutritional options. We can also manage specialized diets if a resident needs one. Further to that is the socialization throughout the day. So activities that are really geared toward each different resident's abilities so that they have success throughout their day and it's very rewarding for them. Avenir really prides itself to be a pillar in the communities, so we want our families to know that they're welcome to come to any Avenir community. We will help them to our best of our ability, utilizing our resources and our connections to help educate them. The best way for somebody to learn more about our company would be to visit our website or to phone any one of the 3 communities here in Arizona. It's really important for people to know that they're not alone in this journey and that Avenir Senior Living is here to help.
We want to thank everyone here at the Donor Network of Arizona for hosting us today, and thank you for joining us on your health. We hope you have a happy and healthy day. I'm Erica Cardenas. See you next time.